Emily, please, could I borrow your pink gown just for one night? I promise I'll take care of it.
No one could predict what she'd borrow next. Zara the Borrowing Queen. Welcome to KWESH Storytime. Zara was a lively girl, 20 years old, studying at Greenfield University. She lived in Hostel A tall building with many rooms, small kitchens, and long corridors. Every morning, the sun would shine through the windows, waking some students early, while others snoozed, hugging their blankets tightly. Zara usually woke up early because she loved having time to look perfect before classes. Her room was small, but cozy. A single bed covered with a bright pink blanket, a wooden wardrobe with her clothes neatly folded, and a desk cluttered with notebooks, pens, and a laptop. Her roommates were Emily, a quiet, neat girl who loved reading novels, and Chloe, loud and fun, always laughing at everything. Life in the hostel was always busy. Every day, girls would rush to the canteen for breakfast, shouting greetings to friends they met along the way. The smell of fried eggs, toast, and tea filled the air. Zara loved to eat breakfast slowly, watching the girls around her. She liked to see what everyone wore, how their hair was done, and the way they walked. Sometimes, she would imagine wearing their outfits and feeling the attention they received. Zara had a problem, though. It was not something she could tell anyone. She loved other people's clothes. Not just liked, but needed them. When she saw a pretty dress or a colorful scarf on someone else, her heart would beat faster. She felt a strange hunger to own it, wear it, and feel the attention it brought. She had plenty of her own clothes, folded neatly in her wardrobe, but they never seemed enough. One morning, as Zara walked down the corridor to get breakfast, she saw Emily wearing a new yellow dress. It was bright, soft, and fitted perfectly. Zara stopped in her tracks. Her eyes lingered on the dress, and a strange feeling rose in her chest. She smiled at Emily, pretending nothing was wrong. "Good morning, Emily. That dress looks amazing on you." Emily smiled shyly. "Thanks, Zara. I got it yesterday." Zara nodded and kept walking, but inside, her mind was racing. She wanted that dress. Not just to look at it, but to wear it, to feel the fabric on her skin, to hear the compliments. That night, she couldn't sleep. She tossed and turned, thinking about the yellow dress, imagining herself at the campus party wearing it, hearing everyone say how beautiful she looked. The next day, Zara put on her sweetest smile and approached Emily. "Hey, Emily, I have a really important event this weekend. A friend's birthday party. Everyone will be there, and I don't have anything special to wear. Your dress yesterday was so perfect. Please, could I borrow it just for one night? I promise I'll take care of it. You won't even notice it's gone." Emily hesitated. The dress was new and expensive. But she trusted Zara. They had shared meals, helped each other with assignments, and laughed together. "Okay, Zara," Emily said finally. "But please be careful. It's very important to me." Zara's face lit up like the sun breaking through clouds. "Thank you. Thank you so much. I promise I'll treat it like my own life." That night at the party, Zara wore the yellow dress. She felt beautiful, confident, and admired. People complimented her. "Zara, where did you get that dress? You look stunning." Her heart swelled. The praise filled the emptiness she felt inside, and she laughed, danced, and posed for pictures, feeling like the center of the world. But when the party ended, Zara returned the dress. Or at least, she thought she would. That night, she noticed a small stain near the hem. She tried washing it in the sink, scrubbing too hard. The delicate fabric became rough, and the color faded slightly. When she handed it back to Emily, Emily's eyes fell on the stain. "Oh, Zara, what happened?" Emily asked softly, her voice full of disappointment. Zara frowned, pretending to be shocked. "I don't know. Maybe someone spilled something at the party. I'm so sorry. I'll fix it, I promise." Emily nodded, still trusting her. "Okay, just please be careful next time." Zara nodded, but inside, a strange excitement grew. She realized she could borrow other people's clothes, wear them, feel admired, and no one could stop her if she lied a little. That night, she dreamed about all the clothes in the hostel, imagining wearing them one by one, receiving praise, feeling special. The next week, Zara walked through the hostel corridor, her eyes scanning every door, every corner. She noticed Chloe wearing a new green blouse, the kind that shimmered when sunlight hit it. Zara's heart skipped a beat. She smiled and said, "Chloe, that blouse is amazing. Where did you get it?" Chloe laughed. "Thanks, Zara. I just bought it yesterday." "Cute, isn't it?" Zara nodded, but her mind was already planning. That blouse would look perfect at the upcoming university sports day. Everyone would see her, admire her, and think she had the best style. Later that evening, after lectures, Zara knocked on Chloe's door. "Hey, Chloe. I have a small favor to ask," she said, her voice soft and sweet. "I have a presentation tomorrow for my psychology class. It's very important. Your blouse would be perfect, just for a few hours. I'll return it immediately after class." "All right, but please, be careful," she said, handing the blouse to Zara. Zara's eyes sparkled. "Thank you. You're the best.
You're the best.
I won't forget this." The next morning, Zara wore Chloe's blouse with her own skirt. She walked into the lecture hall like a queen. People whispered compliments. "Zara, you look amazing today. That blouse suits you so well." For Zara, the praise was like sunlight after a long rain, warm, filling, and impossible to ignore. After class, she returned the blouse to Chloe, but not before spilling a tiny drop of tea on it. Chloe noticed immediately. "Oh, Zara, there's a little tea stain here," Chloe said, frowning. Zara's smile stayed perfect. "I'm so sorry. I tried to clean it, but it didn't come out. I'll pay for the laundry. I promise." The next day, Sophie came knocking at Zara's door. "Zara, where are my shoes?" she asked, trying to stay calm. Zara smiled sweetly. "Oh, I wore them yesterday for class. I cleaned them, they should be fine." Sophie looked down at the shoes. The shiny finish was scratched, and the soles had mud stains. "Zara, these are ruined." Zara's smile didn't falter. "I'm so sorry. I'll buy a new pair for you. Don't worry, I promise." But Zara never bought new shoes. And soon, the girls in the hostel started to realize a pattern. Clothes went missing, shoes were damaged, scarves stained, and Zara always had an excuse. Yet her charm made it hard to confront her directly. As days turned to weeks, Zara's obsession grew stronger. She was always thinking about what she could borrow next, planning, observing, calculating. The hostel, once full of laughter and friendship, now had a quiet tension. Girls would hide their new clothes, lock their drawers, and whisper warnings to each other. That morning, she spotted Hannah, a quiet girl in the corner of the common room, wearing a bright pink dress she had just bought. Zara's heart raced. "Hannah, that dress is stunning. Where did you get it?" Zara's voice was warm, filled with praise. Hannah blushed. "Thanks. I just bought it yesterday. It's my favorite." Zara nodded, hiding her excitement. "It would be perfect for the talent show. I have a small performance tomorrow, and would you mind if I borrow it for just a few hours? I'll make sure it's perfect when I return it." After a long pause, Hannah reluctantly agreed. "All right, but please be careful." The next day, Zara performed. The moment she stepped onto the stage in Hannah's pink dress, the audience gasped. Her classmates whispered, complimented, and clapped. But when Zara returned the dress, disaster struck. She had spilled coffee on it during rehearsal. Hannah's beautiful pink dress had a brown stain running down the side. "Oh, Zara, look at this." Hannah cried, shocked and hurt. Zara's smile was still perfect. "I'm so sorry. I tried cleaning it, but the stain didn't come out. I'll buy a new dress, I promise." But, as usual, Zara never did. Despite the warnings, Zara's obsession only grew. She became more bold, more daring, and more desperate to wear clothes that weren't hers. She started taking items when no one was looking, slipping into rooms, borrowing clothes without asking, and leaving excuses that always sounded believable. Her obsession even began affecting friendships. Chloe stopped talking to her, Emily avoided common areas when Zara was around, and Hannah refused to lend her anything ever again. But Zara didn't care. She only cared about admiration, attention, and the thrill of wearing what belonged to others. One evening, the hostel announced a formal night event, a big dinner with students and professors dressed in elegant outfits. Every girl wanted to look perfect. Zara's eyes immediately scanned the hostel. She noticed Sophia wearing a sparkling silver gown that shimmered under the lights. Her chest tightened. She had to have it. She knocked on Sophia's door the next day, smiling and acting polite. "Sophia, that dress is unbelievable. I have a presentation and a small event tomorrow. It would mean so much if I could borrow it, just for a few hours." Sophia shook her head firmly. "No, Zara. I'm sorry. I can't lend it. It's new, and I need it for the formal night." Zara's voice rose. "I will show everyone your true nature. You think you're better than me. You think your things make you important." That evening, Zara began spreading rumors about Sophia, twisting words, telling others she was rude, arrogant, and unkind. Slowly, Sophia's reputation started to suffer. By the end of the semester, Zara had become a legend in the hostel, a warning whispered among new students. "Don't trust Zara. She borrows and never returns. She ruins things. She ruins friendships." But Zara didn't care. She still searched for the next outfit, the next admiration, the next thrill. The days grew colder, and the campus was alive with the excitement of the annual cultural night. Every girl in the hostel had been preparing for weeks, dresses sewn, shoes polished, hairstyles perfected. The cultural night arrived. Zara had no gown of her own, and no one would lend her anything. She tried to sneak into the event, but the supervisors noticed. Her reputation as someone who took and ruined things had caught up with her. She was asked to leave. She stood outside the hall, her heart heavy like stone, watching her classmates dance and laugh in their bright, beautiful dresses. The laughter, the music, the joy, it all felt like a world she no longer belonged to. From that day forward, Zara avoided borrowing from anyone, and slowly, very slowly, she began to try and earn back the trust she had lost. But the memory of her own mistakes stayed with her, a quiet lesson she could never forget. And in the hostel, whispers followed her for a long time, but Zara had learned, sometimes the hardest lessons are the ones that no one can teach you except life itself.